party every weekend, but still like to smoke at home. Here I am. Here I am.
Hey, here we are.
Here I am.
Back to back. What's going on, Fly Guy?
What's up, Simbo? I'm good, brother.
What's going on, everybody? It's your man, Simbo, Mr. Chicago, and I'm with the one and only Chicago Fly Guy right here on IntellectualRadio.com. And we are ready to get into it. What's been going on, man? It was a long weekend.
It's been a busy week, but busy is good when you're productive, man. I'm grateful for it. Thank you to Club 50 and Miss Brenda McCain for featuring the Fly Guy in the latest edition of the Club 50 blog. She did a really nice piece on me, and I just want to salute her. She's a great writer. She's a great blogger and a phenomenal graphic designer. She's also my graphic artist. She does all my graphic detail for
I didn't know
Guy.
Brenda did that.
Yes, she's a graphic artist. She does a ton of work for me. And so I just want to acknowledge the Queen for taking time to salute and tribute Fly Guy, showcasing many of my accolades, accomplishments, and achievements over the past years. And
you got a lot.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. I work hard.
Every time I read your accolades, I got to take a lunch break. I'm like, wait a minute. Fly Guy did too much stuff, man. I can't name everything in one setting. I have to come back to it.
And I'm grateful for it, man. And there are more things on the horizon. So I'm just looking forward to a further soaring future. So how are things with you, brother, as we come upon 4th of July weekend? What's on with my Simbo?
What's that? What's 4th of July?
4th of July, brother. That's fireworks, partner. Fireworks. Pow.
Well, let me tell you
something. The kind you ain't got to run from. You ain't got to dodge these.
Well, let me tell you about the 4th of July. I live on the west side of Chicago, so I don't
4th of
know.
July every day.
I don't know if they popping fireworks. I don't know if they shoot. I don't know what's going on, Earl. All I know is the month, like 3 weeks before the 4th of July, and at least 3 weeks after the 4th of July, you hear fireworks galore, and they just go.
Man,
I don't know if it's Comiskey Park, which is now Cellular
Well, you
Field.
can kind of tell.
I don't know
when
if it's Navy Pier. I don't.
You can kind of differentiate between the two, because here's the deal: Comiskey Park, guaranteed rate field, White Sox Park, whatever you want to call it. It's structured, so it has a starting time and it has a designated stop time. What you're hearing is ongoing. It's regurgitated. It's recurring. So I get it, brother. But for this 4th of July weekend in the city of Chi, we have the NASCAR racing once more again. I believe this is the third round track.
Is this the
brother.
third?
This is the third one, because it started with Mayor Lightfoot.
Okay.
Lori Lightfoot was in office when this came, and her goal was to bring monetary revenue to the city, and kudos in that quest, because she did do that. And Mayor Johnson has kept it going since she's been out of office. And so
have you gone to it yet?
Lap. I have not.
I can't go down there. It's too much.
It's too
much.
You know what? I want to go down there for a ride. That's what I want to do, bro. I guess bootleg race car, because years ago my best friend had a IROC Z28, and that was one of the fastest cars on the road. That was a fast car. Nonetheless, we used to race down Lakeshore Drive. We used to race down Halstead. We used to race down Stony Island. And so that was my little NASCAR world right there. Fast car riding. Then I even hopped on some motorcycles and did some Kawasaki Ninja riding.
Fly Guy has a wild side, everybody.
Yeah, man. That was, back in the day, brother. But now, I don't know if I can take all that wind, brother. That's a lot. But there's fireworks at Navy Pier. If you're looking for something to do, me and Simbo encourage you to stay safe first and foremost. If you're going to ignite fireworks, make sure that you do them and that you remain safe keep the people safe around you. Fireworks are dangerous, and so you got to be careful.
And please, when you light them, do like I used to do. I used to stand back and as soon as I thought it was lit, ran away real quick. So I wouldn't get popped or get. I've seen a lot of people get their fingers blown off, literally.
Right. You got to be careful.
Literally,
You
like,
have to
don't
be
try.
careful.
If you want to throw the firework, you have to throw it in front of you like that. You can't rear back because you might rear back.
Exactly, and it could actually ignite faster than you think. Because that stem it burns quick. It burns quick. So be careful, everyone. But we have NASCAR, we have the fireworks at Navy Pier. There's some community festivals going on. There's going to be some house music festivals going on. It's going to be a lot of grilling going on. It's going to be a lot of fun. Everyone, please stay safe. The pools will be open. There will be gatherings in parks and communities. We want everyone to have a safe time celebrating whatever it looks like for you and yours, but do be safe. And last but not least, there are always boat rides out in the playpen. Now, unfortunately, we know last week there was the Black Yacht boat party, and a young lady lost her life. Understand she fell off the boat.
Yep.
Out in the middle of Lake Michigan. That was very unfortunate. So once again, everybody, please be careful and celebrate safe. Simbo, have you ever been fambushed, brother?
Fambush? What's
fambush? That? Not ambush, but fambush, man. You know what fambush is?
Ambushed by your family?
Look, dude.
It sounds familiar.
So fambushed is when your family, typically is for parents, when your teenage children monitor your location on their tracking apps. They find out where you are, and then they show up where you are, unannounced and unexpected. How would you feel about that if you go out and you tell your kids, you know what, I'm gonna be out for a few hours. I'll be back about 12,
This is why I don't give people my location. See that right there. That's my kids.
But there are apps that help do this. So you don't have to necessarily give it to them. They can track your location by their apps that allow this to go on. I think you know what? I think it's problematic for me because I don't think kids understand boundaries.
Yeah. And why are you trying to find out, pop up where your parent is at anyway, if they're out kicking it or going?
I think it's a bratty characteristic.
It is.
I think that
so that's probably why I never endured that or encountered that, because that sounds like a white people problem.
No, man, it's not. It's actually a lot of kids, because think about it.
New age.
How we preoccupied our time as kids growing up is not the way kids preoccupy their time now. They have a lot of, for lack of better words, downtime, because there's no outdoor recreation for them. Everything is technology. The handheld video game, the cell phone, the computer, the laptop, everything is a device in hand. So everything is at their fingertips. So they don't need to go out and look for anything. So they're sitting at home. You go out, they get on their device, they track you. My question is, what happens when you go to the restaurant and mama tell you, I'm going out to meet a friend, we're going to have a drink,
and
you get to the restaurant. Well, that's the point. You get to the restaurant, the dude sitting across from your mama ain't your daddy.
Hey, wait a minute.
So did the fambush backfire?
Is she still with the daddy?
It don't even matter about that. But the point I'm making is that's why kids need to stay in a kid's place.
True.
Because what grown folks are doing is for grown folks. It's not for you to be in that environment. Remember when we were kids, your parents told you, now I got company, you go upstairs in your room, you stay out of the way. You know what I'm saying? You ain't supposed to be intervening in this space.
And you used to wonder what all those like bird sounds and calls was. Mom, what you doing?
Oh,
don't worry about it. Stay in your room.
Oh my God. Bird sounds and calls. Have you been fambushed? Holler at us at 708-223-8953. This dude got me laughing. I can't even get it out. Holler at us at 708-223-8953 and let us know if you have been fambushed or if you having a problem with it. Maybe your kids haven't done it to you yet. Operative word, yet. But what would you do? You out to Red Lobster. You downtown at Wildfire. You out at Ruth Chris. You having a good steak dinner. Your 15-year-old son pop up. Daddy, I want to porterhouse.
Black
What
guy
you
is so
gonna do?
bougie. All these bougie places. He can't.
Why is
Whatever
it
happened
bougie?
to
What you at
old
Culver's?
country, old
You
country
at Cul-
buffet,
Old
Golden
Country Buffet
Corral,
ain't even
Burger
open no more.
King?
Old Country Buffet ain't open no more. Don't nobody go there no more.
What's
Still,
going on, everybody? Watch it live on
this
TikTok,
dude looking for all
YouTube,
you can eat buffet.
and Facebook. Thank you guys for tuning in. We have some special guests today. We're gonna have some fun. If you want to be in on the fun, you can
Oh,
call
here
us
we go.
at 708-223.
Somebody been fanbushed, baby.
8953 708-223-8953. If you've been fambushed, hit us up and let us know what's going on. Did
I
somebody
think
call?
it's
Somebody call?
hilarious. I think it's hilarious that people are doing that.
Have you ever been fambushed?
I have not been fanbushed, but
Okay,
you
me
know
neither,
what?
so
I
I'm
think
good.
that's something my nephew Amari would do. Because Amari is real tech savvy, sharp little fella. That's my dude. I said I was gonna bring him on the radio show. He
How
can
old
hold
is
his
he?
own. Amari is 13.
Okay.
He can hold his own, but he's really tech savvy.
Mm.
And so that's something he know I go a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm always in something or at something.
We know.
So I could see him showing up, talk about, hey, Uncle Smitty, I'm here. You know, can
I'd
you
be like, take your butt home. Go home.
Oh my God.
Oh,
That is
man.
cool. That is cool. But make sure that if you are fambushed, that you sit down with your young people and let them know that's not cool. I don't think it's cool. I don't think it's cool. And it ain't all about white people. It ain't all about
Yep.
black people. It's just something that this generation is doing.
And speaking about different things going on, this is July and it's National Minority Mental Health Awareness Month. Now, I had a question.
Mhm.
We just had Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. What's minority mental?
Well,
I mean,
so national minority mental health is inclusive of everyone, women, men, Latino, black, whoever, every minority group.
so
It's national. It's a bigger
okay.
scale. It's not a particular demographic. It's all inclusive,
Minorities.
everybody that's a minority. And I think that's cool because you should acknowledge some of the issues, because some of the issues that impact black people or minority groups are not the same as
Okay,
the impact
I can go
for
with you.
white people.
I can go
The
with you on
numbers
that.
are different.
I can go with you on that.
Just
And
like dementia. Alzheimer's affects more women than men, but then Alzheimer's affects more black women than white women.
yes.
So
But I
the
didn't know that.
numbers, yeah, that's true, brother. The numbers don't lie. You know, hypertension, it affects white people, but it also affects
black-
us more.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
they talk about our diet, they talk about the stress and our lifestyles. They
It's so
talk about things that we have to endure that other cultures don't.
it's so funny that you said that. My motivational message for tomorrow. I was going to do it today, but I said I was going to save it for tomorrow. But it came to me when I was in the gym this morning at 5 a.m. about health, about how your health is your wealth. And a lot of people have to understand, if you're not healthy, you can't do anything. If you're not healthy, you won't be around long. You have to understand how important your health is. And Mental Health Awareness Month is really, really something that we need to pay attention to. And when you talk about from a minority standpoint, there are a lot of things that we go through systematically or systemically, or from an ancestral background, or things that our people have been through and gone through, things that we've had to endure that are different than that of other people, of our counterparts.
Exactly.
So I agree with that, and I'm
and some of that we're
in full
still
support.
enduring, because there's a modern day Jim Crow going on right now. There's still a former way, a newer way of lynching.
Yes.
There are a number of things that's impacting us that causes us to live stressful and not stress-free.
Yes.
Our economic status is not where we would like it to be. Some of that is systematically designed. There are just a lot of things that impact us different. But Simbo, tell me this, since we're talking about this, is it okay for a man to cry? Now, there are many myths
I cried
that
today.
when we growing up as little boys, we were often told, or most of us, if not all of us, heard, stop crying, boys don't cry, you weak. At some point,
Yes.
If you were born male, at some point you heard that tagline. But when you become older, Do you find that tagline has truth to it? Is there any power in it? Talk to me about that tagline.
Fly Guy, I cried today.
Okay.
It's okay. Sometimes you cry tears of joy, tears
Mhm.
of sorrow. Crying cleanses the soul.
So then why is crying as for a man seen as a weakness?
Because you're talking about old school people that started that. People that believe that you just gotta pull up your bootstraps and get going and be a man and be tough. Don't let nothing bother you. And the realization is those same people that said that there were things that bothered them, but
Mhm.
it was passed down from generation to generation to generation. And then we had to realize that it's okay to have feelings. It's okay if you cry sometimes. It's okay. It doesn't make you less of a man. It makes you human.
Exactly. And so with mental health awareness month, we want to tap into that because emotionally we're not always okay. And it's okay to say I'm not okay. It's okay to acknowledge that it's something going on that's bigger than you. It's okay to say that, you know what, I'm overwhelmed. It's okay to say, you know what, I'm stressed.
Yeah.
I got a wife, I got 2 kids, we got a
You got 2
mortgage,
kids?
we got a car note, we got bills, and guess what? I just got laid off. So how is all of this going to cover? How is my son at Howard University going to get through the next school year? Is the tuition going to be paid? How is my wife going to look at me as a man that signed up to be the provider and the leader of this family, and now I can't make provisions? I'm not going to my in-laws. I don't even want to go to my own mother and father.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to her parents and ask them to carry us when I'm the man that should be carrying us. And she carrying me, she wearing my name. So she got my name and I should be carrying her and my kids. But then I'm going to go to her father and ask her father for a handout.
So question. I get that. But what if you've been carrying a family? You've been doing everything that the man's supposed to do. You've been providing and you fall on hard times, or you have an illness that knocks you back, or something that puts you in a position where you can't provide like you were once providing and you need help. Does that make you less of a man?
Nothing makes you less of a man. And
But
I think,
but does it make you feel, listening to what you were saying, does it make you feel like you can't let your in-laws or your wife or your brother or someone help you if you're put in that position?
pride and ego will make you feel that way.
Yeah, but
because men have ego.
Pride come before the fall. Sometimes you have to suck it up and be humble, because no one is immune to the trials and tribulations of life. We all have those things and those obstacles that may come before us. I dealt with that firsthand with my brother. My brother had 2 businesses. He provided and all this, and he had a stroke, which brought him back. He's still doing, he's moving, he's working and doing things, but he couldn't do everything like he used to. And I used to tell him, I said, brother, it's okay to feel that way. But after you feel that way, get yourself back together and keep going, because God kept you here for a reason. And you have to understand, just like you provided, just like you helped, sometimes that has to be reciprocated, and you might need a little help. And it's not your fault.
Right. It's not your fault. And we all experience that to a certain degree. Some are more elevated degrees, but we all experience that. But as a man,
I get
it's
that.
challenging,
It's challenging,
because
yes.
here's the deal. It's easy for a woman to be rescued, meaning it's easy, yeah, because here's the deal.
Get them.
I don't know no house husbands, but I know housewives.
You a lie. You
So,
know, guy. You ain't never seen a guy that's been taken care of by a woman.
No,
Stop playing.
No.
Playing.
I ain't talking about like that. I'm talking about on the real deal, bro. I know
I get it.
women that it's okay. My grandfather told my grandmother she didn't have to ever go to work and punch in if she didn't want to. My grandmother ain't never set an alarm clock to get up to be at work. So I get that. But what woman is going to tell a man, baby, you lay in the bed all day, I'm going to go out here and I'm going to hustle. I'm going to drive this CTA bus and I'm going to come home and I'm going to cook and I'm going to make, I'm going to massage you, I'm going to stroke your ego. Then we going to consummate our marriage and we going to do all this while you laid in the bed all day. Well, I don't know no woman that's going to go for that.
To all of our viewers, to Earl, Other Winfrey, we all know if Fly Guy falls on hard times. He's gonna be okay for a while. All he has to do is sell his jewelry, his glass collection, his shoes, his red bottom
So
hat
all I need to do
collection.
is have a sidewalk
That's
sale.
it, and you're gonna be all right for a while. So
Brother.
so we know you're gonna be okay. But you know what's so weird, Fly Guy? You look at people and you look at the world, and people, I think sometimes people get beside themselves and they forget that they're human beings. And when I say that, I mean that human beings have flaws, human beings have setbacks, human beings have things that happen where they need a little help. Or and that help doesn't have to be monetarily. That help could be like, can you help me find a job, or can you hook me up with someone that has a job, or that can put me in a position. Sometimes we can't let our pride get in the way of getting the help that we need in order to sustain the life that we've been living, or take care of our families, or even take care of ourselves.
I think you're right, brother, but I think meeting the expectation is what we thrive off of, because we see ourselves as being a letdown, and that's all a part of our mental health. That's all a part of our emotional awareness. When we feel that we're not living up to the expectation, we're not carrying the family name, we're not manning up, when we feel like we're not meeting what we signed up for. I think for men, I think it's a different.
I'm with you on that.
It's a different grasp of that. It's a different interpretation. That's a hard pill to swallow for a brother, and I respect that, because it's nothing wrong with being the type of man that wants to have the physical health, the mental health, and the emotional health, and be there for his family and his children. I applaud my nephew. Him and his girl been together for a long time now, and she's expecting a baby next month in August, and he is as excited about it as she is. I mean, he is literally
the end of August.
In the end of August.
Yeah, Virgo,
August 22nd to be exact.
Virgo, right at the Virgo.
Yeah, August 22nd is the due date.
Hold on, 3 more days.
But the fact that he is so integrated in this, and she's integrated him in it, but some of the things he's taking initiatives and being proactive about. I looked at how he helped her plan the all-inclusive community baby shower, because it wasn't a traditional baby shower. Traditional baby shower is a bunch of women, they playing games and all that type of stuff. Man, he had all his boys there, and they were smoking cigars, and they was and that was cool. I mean, I really love the vibe and the energy, because that's what a father. We talk about absent fathers. We talk about men not being emotionally and present in the moment. One of the characteristics of a man is to be present and be responsible and be a man of your word. That's a true characteristic of a man. So I applaud my nephew for demonstrating that and being able to be the example that I know he's going to be to his child. So that's cool. So whatever you are in whatever space you in, brothers, it is okay to cry. It is okay to shed tears. If you hurt, if something has occurred in your life and you suffering and you're not okay, it's okay to not be okay. That's what National Mental Health Month is all about.
Guys. When you cry, I cry.
You don't need to sing.
Hey, so fun fact, everybody. Did everybody know that Fly Guy, his birthday is September 9th, and Simbo's birthday is September 9th? Did you guys know that?
Twins.
Earl, did you know that? You didn't know that, did you? I thought that was a fun fact. I thought about that the other day. I thought about that, and I was like, people don't know that our birthday is the same day. He might be 15 years older than me, but our birthday is on the same day. So September.
He always want to follow behind the Fly Guy. Now, even he waited to come down the birth canal like Fly Guy did. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling y'all, that's the influence I got. We
have the same birthday. And the tripped out part about it, Earl, is when we were frat brothers. We started working together and all of that. And we didn't even know this at first. And it was funny how it came about. Something was happening. And I don't know if I was having a party or something. And
what happened, we were actually doing a community festival. And the festival was around our birthday.
It was Black
Wall Street.
Black Wall Street. We were doing we were hosting Black Wall Street together. And Fly Guy said something. He was like, shoot, we got to do that on my birthday. I was like, when's your birthday? He's like, the
Exactly.
9th. I was like, Fly Guy, that's my birthday.
Yep.
So yeah. So that was
Exactly.
cool.
So,
So
Simbo, it's time for person to
uh-oh.
person, brother. This is the time of the show where we talk about a situation that is going on, and someone has written us and asked us to kind of give them direction, give them a little
I
guidance,
look forward to
give
this.
them a little piece of the action. So, Fly Guy's going to present our real talk letter tonight. But if you have a situation and you would like for Simeon and I to give you some advice and to be solid with you on and kind of hold you up in it, hit us up at Simeon Henderson number 9 at gmail.com. Simeon Henderson number 9 at gmail.com. And we will try our best to get your letter on the air.
I got a question before you read it.
Okay.
Earl, I want to know why he always give my email. I get all these emails, Earl, and he gives them. It's his idea, but he gives them my email. He don't. Why don't you give Fly Guy's email? Why do I have to read all of the letters?
I think it's good that they come to you.
Oh, okay.
I think it's
You
good that
stand
they come to
incognito?
you. Yeah, I think it's good they come to you.
Well,
They can
it's good.
say I'm writing into actor Simeon Henderson.
Well, I'll say this: when I get to read them, it is always entertaining. So I will say that.
So here's tonight's quest. Hello, Real Talk. The show is incredible. Thank you. I know this letter isn't going to allow me to win a popularity contest, but at this point, I really don't care. I'm tired of all of the gun violence in our communities and the excuses we use to justify it. When are black people going to wake up and begin to take pride in where we live and stop killing and destroying where we live? When I first moved in my community, it was very respectable. Everyone worked hard with similar goals and objectives. We all wanted something better for ourselves and the next generation to have. It seems as if this generation doesn't value anything, including life. They don't seem to want nothing or aspire to be anything more than parasites. The young folks are killing each other like it's a badge of honor. I think the modern day mindset is absolutely deplorable. It seems that no one cares. Politicians and affluent professionals do not have a sense of urgency for making things better. The residents in our community seem to be numb to all that's going on. I know the black community is not the only community with problems, but as a black man, this is a concern of mine regarding my people. The living conditions in many of our neighborhoods appear abandoned and nearly destitute. I am tired of hearing gunshots ring out every night. I am tired of driving by beat up properties and vacant lots. I'm tired of turning on the news and hearing about black males being victimized by each other. I'm now sick and tired of being sick and tired. I feel this brother's pain. Well, thank you, Real Talk, for listening to an old man vent. Signed, we only get one life. We should live it to the fullest. Wow. I think there's some truth in that. I think it's some struggle in that. I think it's some situationship in that. I agree with the writer, that there are some problems and things going on in our communities that we need to address. I think one of the things is we need to do away with the no snitch rule, if you want to call it protocol, whatever it is, because if you see something, I think it's important to say something.
Yep.
I mean, how are you going to stop the cycle if you don't prevent it from repeating itself? And I hear this brother's concern because I drive through communities and I see where there are abandoned buildings and there are vacant lots, and vacant lots lead to unsavory traffic. And so I kind of get it. You know, you just talked about you live on the west side and you don't know if you're hearing fireworks or gunshots. So you just kind of spoke to what he's describing in this letter. So why is it that we live like that? Why is that acceptable?
You know, the thing about this, it really saddens me that it's always us. It's us and black and brown people. And when I say that, white people can move in our neighborhoods. This is in my neighborhood right now. They can go jogging. They can walk their dog. They have dog walking clubs where they're walking their dogs to our neighborhoods. No one messes with them. No one says anything. No one touches them. Anything, Earl. But then let it be one of us just walking through the neighborhood. We might get attacked, we might get shot, we might get robbed. Like it's we're doing it to ourselves, and that is a harsh reality that we have to face. We can stop this if we decide to do better. Because how do you go? The area I live in right now, I remember Earl and Fly Guy, when you couldn't walk down the street without worrying about gangs, Latin Kings, and different things like that, them trying to fight you or jump you in the gang and things like that. And now all of a sudden, and this is why I didn't move, now all of a sudden, I got white neighbors on both sides of me.
Right.
Planting gardens.
Right. No, I get it. I get it.
And walking to the park and having running clubs through the community, through right past my house and all of that. And I'm saying to myself, why would I leave now when it's getting better? Or when I say getting better, like the gentrification is happening. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to leave.
Right.
We own this property. I'm staying here.
Right. No,
and I'm going to watch. I was there ducking the bullets. I was there doing all of the violence. So now that it's getting better, I leave? No, I don't. But what I want to say, I want to put a call out to my people to do better, because there's a lot of things that happen that we can avoid if we just stop.
I agree.
If we stop it, because there's a lot of killings, there's a lot of violence, and it's so. I was filming on the west side of Chicago. This is a true story. When we got to set, there was a car right here, Earl. It's a white car. There was bullet holes in the car. There was fresh blood on the car, and then you could see the blood.
And this wasn't a part of the set.
This is real. You could see the blood from the car that trailed across the street.
Sad.
And then the same place we were filming in, over on Lockwood on Chicago Avenue, there's a video going around right now. Did you hear about that big brawl with the community and the police? There's a video up. We were filming right there. Right there.
See, we have to do better. We have to stop people. I think I appreciate this brother writing in. So sick and tired of being sick and tired. I would say start with your block club, have a community rally, bring your alderman, bring the chief of police from the local police station or headquarters. If you can't get headquarters, go to that district and get the chief or a sergeant to come and mediate, but have real conversation. And once again, don't be afraid to video. Don't be afraid to say something. You don't want to get up close and personal and interfere, but you do want to say something, because it has to stop. Require your alderman to rebuild in those communities. If it's a vacant lot, make it a garden if nobody builds anything on it, and grow some vegetables. Have a farmer's market in there every week. Do something. Something is better than nothing. That's all I got. We're going to have to take a break because we got some phenomenal guests for this evening, and it is just about the time to bring them on. So Simeon can give them their introduction, but holler at us when you hear these guests at 708-223-8953. I'm your Fly Guy here with my boy Simbo, and we will be back with more real talk right after this.
We will be back with the Heath Dolls.
To get on your level, waiting on that one that could just switch up the flow. Party every weekend, but still like to smoke at home. Here I am. 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 Sorry I was late, but damn, oh, here I am. 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 Waiting on somebody to get on your level. Waiting on that one that could just switch up the flow. Party every weekend, but still like to smoke at home. Here I am. Here I am. Here I am.
Check. We are back right here on IntellectualRadio.com. The Fly Guy and your boy Simbo with the Real Talk Podcast. And I am excited to have my little nieces back on the show. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Joining the Real Talk conversation tonight are two of our favorite girls. They are the remarkably talented Heath Dolls, Columbia Sky, and Meadow Rain. These young ladies are co-founders of Fancy Girl Lifestyle. The dolls believe a fancy life is a confident life. The dolls are all about the shy. All right. They are young, gifted, and talented red carpet hosts. They've been on WGN, ABC, Fox Networks, and Real Talk have showcased the multi-talented dolls. Ladies and gentlemen, join us in welcoming the Heath Dolls to the show. Columbia Sky and Meadow Rain. What's up,
Welcome
ladies?
to Real Talk, ladies.
Nice to see you again.
Good
Thanks for
to see
having us
you.
on your show.
I wish I would have known you were wearing denim. I would have worn my denim outfit. You got on denim. Your mama out there with denim on.
Yeah.
Fly Guy got on his denim, and I got on my Be Symbolic t-shirt because you can't see my pants anyway. So
Yeah.
You ladies are truly a treat. I've seen all your footage. I've seen all the work you've done with Nickelodeon, Orange Carpets, Lilo and Stitch. You guys are just the it factor.
Yeah. Thank you.
I am so excited to talk with you tonight, but I am excited to see what your future is going to look like because I know it's going to be bright. I'm going to need these dark shades. I'm going to need to put these on because your future is going to be that bright.
all I got to say is this: we support you guys. I've watched you guys. We've been watching you guys grow. And just don't forget about Uncle Simbo and Uncle Fly Guy and Intellectual Radio when you guys continue to blow up. And I got your mom and dad number anyway. So if y'all try to get away, y'all can't get away unless you change the number. But I'm so happy to see young people as yourself take an interest. Like we've been hosting shows and doing this for years, and to see young people doing it, I feel like we've done a good service because that means that you guys have seen not only us but other people, and you've inspired to do this. Let's start with you, Meadow.
Yeah.
What? And this is my question.
Mhm.
What made you want to entertain the world?
Well, it's really fun and like entertaining, and it's just like something to do every single day, videos, everything.
Okay. What about you?
Well, it's really fun to like get out, do vlogs and stuff.
Okay. So here we go. So, Meadow, this question is for you. What does it take to live a confident life?
Well, you just have to be confident, not shy. Just be yourself.
I love it. I love it.
So
I
you
love
need
it.
some high self-esteem for that.
Yeah.
Confidence takes courage. Are you courageous? You got courage?
Yeah.
You got courage?
Yeah.
Of course, she's sitting next to you.
That's good because we do need to have a confident life. We need to be confident
Definitely.
in ourselves.
Mhm.
We need to give affirmations to ourselves, and we need to love ourselves and require that respect that comes with that. So that's a great response. That's a great thing to be
And-
have a confident life.
And it goes with my motto, you guys know. And I have to get you guys a shirt. I brought small shirts, but you guys are smaller than small. So like, how do I have to get you guys little bitty people shirts? But be symbolic, which means simply your best. And when you're deeply rooted, it stimulates growth. You guys are, how old are you now?
8.
Man, Fly Guy thought y'all was 10. I'd say shit, they 8 years old. But
Wonderful.
it's because you guys speak so well.
Yeah.
You guys
Thank
carry
you.
yourself well. You guys know how to enter a room, and you know how to command
Yeah.
the presence of the people and make people feel good.
They
And
are pros.
exactly.
They are
So-
pros. So Columbia, talk to us about the orange carpet. Now, you guys worked the orange carpet at the 2025 Nickelodeon Kids Choice Awards. What was that like? What happened? Who did you interview? What were they wearing? What did it look like? Give us a taste.
Well, they were wearing dresses, and we met lots of different cool people. Yeah, and we met different YouTubers we love to watch. So
Give us one that you met that you were looking forward to meeting.
probably Salish, because I interviewed her last year, and it was really fun. And they also remembered us.
Okay. How could they forget you?
Now, what do you remember any of the brands they were wearing?
Look at him. He get on my nerves.
Was anybody wearing Dolce and Gabbana?
Did anybody have on red bottoms?
Well, because they're fashionistas.
Yes.
And so brands and fashion is their forte.
You see the difference between Uncle Fly Guy and Uncle Simbo? I could be fly in a plain t-shirt. He has to have on Gucci and Dolce & Gabbana. And then give me some, I might wear some Kobe's or some Jordans,
Yeah.
But so Meadow, talk to us about the Fancy Girl collection coming this fall. What's your favorite look?
Well, we have a lot of looks. We also showed you guys a sneak peek on our video on our YouTube channel.
Yes.
It didn't come out yet, but this fall, you guys can see our new collection. And we're also making some new things, so stay tuned.
So you're gonna have to come back. You're gonna have to come back, or however you guys want to do it. We have to showcase it. We have to showcase it because we got to get all the young people wearing that fashion that you guys are putting out.
And maybe this is a Fly Guy idea.
Fly Guy, you can't
we
wear
can
the
do
clothes.
a little fashion show. And while we have the show going on, we can record the little fashion show.
We got the stage.
And we can do a little red carpet.
Yes.
And
there
we can promote your gear and your look.
And we'll invite people out and do a live audience.
Yeah.
How about that, Earl? Live audience in the studio. We have the room. We have
see
the
what your Uncle Fly Guy came up
See
with
that?
for the dolls.
I got the chills. That's a great idea.
So, Columbia, what's going to kick off with season 4 of Dolls in the City?
Well, it's when we show different kids and families different places to go in Chicago.
What's your favorite place to go in Chicago?
My favorite was probably the Sugar Factory.
You told me you remember you told me about you guys.
That's your favorite
Sugar Factory.
Now, what's your favorite food in Chicago? What is your favorite? Is it a gourmet burger? Tell me what your favorite food is.
Probably a burger.
A burger. Now, what's your favorite?
Well, the classic deep dish pizza.
There you go. That's what I was listening
Girl,
for.
you too little. You can't even fit
talking about.
A slice of deep dish
That's
pizza in that
what I
little
was
body.
listening for. I was listening
Meadow, do me a
for
favor. Slide up a little bit and that
dish
way towards your sister a little bit.
pizza.
I want, and then no, you this way. You come this way, and then Columbia come this way, because I want everybody over there to be able to see you guys too. Lean forward a little bit. Bam, there you go.
Yeah,
so everybody can see you guys.
Deep dish pizza. Simbo.
I don't like deep dish pizza.
Deep dish pizza is it. He still eat
don't-
Italian Fiesta, y'all.
No, I
and
don't.
beggars.
I don't. That job will give you the run. I like paisanos. I like.
What is paisanos?
They have famous deep dish pizza. Giordano's have famous deep dish
Giordano's,
pizza,
now
but
you
they
talking.
also have really good thin crust.
Uno's.
Uno's. I like the thin crust pizza. I've had the deep
Home
dish
run in.
because I'm from Chicago and I had to eat it, but I love the thin crust pizza. That's just my preference.
Okay.
You guys ever had home run in?
Yeah.
It's okay.
You
Right.
sure?
It don't add up.
I like both pizzas, thin, deep dish.
Okay,
yellow
so
sauce.
what we'll do, we're gonna have an outing. We'll let your mom and your dad know, you guys and Fly Guy. We're all gonna go out. We're gonna go and get some deep dish pizza, and we're gonna do a little video and record it and have some fun and put it out there for the people.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. Unlike
so they can see how we kick it.
Unlike your beggars.
Like,
classic
beggar.
deep dish.
I don't
Did
eat
you hear?
beggars pizza.
She's classic deep dish pizza.
I see. Okay.
Unlike you, Papa John's.
So look. So Meadow, this question is for you. Tell us how you and your sister got started as media hosts. What I know this, but the people that's watching, we have a lot of people watching live. They need to know, how did you guys get started? Because you guys are going to influence young people to want to do this. We're going to put this everywhere, and we're going to keep on promoting you guys and pushing you guys until not only till Chicago gives you the love you deserve and the support you deserve. We have to do this, Chicago. They go everywhere else, California, New York, all of that, and they show them love. We have to show more love.
Yeah.
So tell us, what made you guys get started as media hosts?
We were like, our mom used to go on these shows and stuff. We were a baby, and we had these cute outfits on, and then we kind of just started. We've been doing Nickelodeon, red carpet, all those things.
That's what's up. Yeah. And you always talk about cute outfits. It's so funny. Your dad.
I told you they fashionistas.
Your dad. Your dad and I have something in common, right?
Yeah. Yeah, shoes.
sneakerheads.
Yeah.
And every time I see him, he got some. And I should have thought about it. I should have wore something super exclusive because I knew he was gonna be here. But it's one of those things where I see where you guys get your sense of fashion from. Your dad is a fashionist. Your mom is fashionable. Your aunt is fashionable. So it's only fitting that you guys are big in fashion.
Yes.
What does your closet look like? Is it like going to Macy's or something?
Well, it's kind of small, so like things are just put in there. It's a lot of clothes, like all those.
But all our outfits are really cute though.
And
and I would not doubt that.
Right, they are definitely attractive.
They
They
gonna
have
make-
some
they gonna make me
gorgeous
step-
clothes.
They're gonna make me
'Cause
step my game.
They
up more.
always look good. I saw one of the pictures that I think Meadow had on a pink fur or something like that. It was really cool. They look real. They always are the part. They never let Fly Guy down.
My thing is this. I love dressing, but I'm always nervous about how it's gonna look and what people are gonna say. And I had to learn
You
that
need a
confidence-
confident life.
No. But so I'm saying I had to learn that confidence is sexy. When I say that, meaning that people like confident. It's cool. I got these overalls when I was in Spain, and I'm gonna rock them. They're blue because blue's my favorite color. They're light, and I'm gonna rock them with some nice white kicks, and I'm gonna roll them a little bit. And they got the skinny string. I'm wearing with a tank top, so I'm gonna be cool with it, and I'm not gonna worry about what people say because I got it because I wanted it.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: what do you do when you get dressed? Are you thinking about what the people want to see, or are you thinking about what you look good in?
Well, I look good in
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, because I don't really care what people say. As long as I like it, I'm fine.
My girl. See,
That's
come on.
it.
When's your
This
birthday again?
It.
January 18th.
Come on, man. I don't know
Oh,
what
my
sign it is. What
God.
sign is that?
Pisces.
Capricorn.
Capricorn, yeah.
Pisces is in February, March, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I was close.
Yeah,
Okay.
Capricorn and Aquarius is in January. So, Columbia, what does it mean for you and your sister now when you say she's the yin to your yang?
Uh-oh.
What does that mean?
Well, she's like bossy and stuff, but like
She's
I am not that. She's bossy too.
Oh, I bet both of
We're
y'all
both
boss each
divas.
other. Who's the
Two
oldest?
divas.
Me.
But she's the yin to your yang. So even though she's bossy,
Oh,
she's
my
still
God.
your right hand.
Yeah.
She's
Yes.
still your
But
right
that-
hand.
But that is
Simeon is bossy.
That's
He
a
tries to
what?
boss
I know
me.
he didn't just say that. We all know who the boss one is over here. But that's a healthy sister or brother relationship. Someone has to be bossy. But you know what? One thing I taught my kids, and my brother, if you see my two brothers and my sister and myself, you never see us fighting. We always love each other. We always hang out with each other. You know why? Because that's your sibling. You if no one else has no reason to do you wrong, your mom, your dad, and your siblings are the people that you should be able to count on all the time.
Yes.
So I love the way that you guys, how you flourish and work together. So Meadow, so tell Stitch fans how with Lilo and Stitch, how was the Lilo and Stitch private screening? How was that?
It was amazing. I love the movie, and I can't wait for the next Lilo and Stitch movie to come out. And I definitely want to see it again.
Which one is your favorite?
Like which movie?
No. Which character, Lilo or Stitch?
Like Stitch, because I have a Stitch room.
We have a whole Stitch
like
room.
Stitch blanket.
Oh, so
Stitch
both of you
sheets,
guys
Stitch
like
blankets.
now that's cool. Normally one likes
Yeah.
the other one and one likes the other. That's cool.
Now, Columbia, talk to us about the Bulls Kid Nation Kids Club newsletter that's going to come out.
Well, so it was like we get to see a game, and there's like this like station where you get to like there's like this thing you get to stand up on and you get to dance.
And all of this is during the Chicago Bulls game.
Yes.
Okay.
That is cool.
That's really great. And
That's
the
cool.
newsletter, now, how does the newsletter come in the mail or is it an email? Do you
I
know?
think Mel.
Mel.
Probably
Mel.
email.
Okay,
Yes.
email. So it's electronic.
Cool.
So people can sign up for that. If they go to your Instagram page or your
Yes.
YouTube, then they can find out about that. That's what we want to
Mhm.
do. We want to direct traffic to your Instagram and your YouTube page.
Yes.
Yes.
And so people, if you're out there and you want to sign up and you want to get on stage and dance at a Bulls game, like Columbia and Metal, you can sign up for the Bulls Club Kid newsletter, but you gotta
Yes.
get the info from Metal and Columbia's
Yes.
Instagram
Mhm.
and their YouTube channel. So go on and subscribe to the Heath Dolls.
Yes.
Go on there right now.
Do me a favor, Heath Dolls. Look at that camera right there and wave to the people on TikTok live. We get
Hey y'all.
we get like 2,000 or more people tuning in live. I want to make sure they see your face and see how cute y'all are because they hear you. But we got you guys straight here on live on YouTube and Facebook.
Yes.
And I just want to say this. I am honored. It's so funny. When I talked to your mom, I was on my way out of the country. And she was like, yeah, so what you doing tomorrow? I was like, leaving. I was like, I'm leaving. But I was like, as soon as we get back, we need our girls on the show. So I hit up Fly Guy. I said, Fly Guy, they coming. And Fly Guy was like, oh, yeah. But it's one of those things where I want you to tell us, Meadow, tell us how you and your sister came up with the acronym FANCY, which we know is fearless, ambitious, noticeably confident you.
Yeah.
How did you come up with that? And you're 8 years old. Who's teaching you these words? I couldn't read till I was in the 6th grade.
Yeah. So it's kind of like fancy. It's all about cuteness. We had a glam room, everything. We had where all our clothes are, and that's how we got fancy.
Okay, there go to fancy.
Hollywood, baby.
Okay.
Hollywood.
Hit us with the fearless.
Yes.
What's the fearless?
Well, cute, everything. Fearless, and make sure you always like your stuff. Nobody else has to care. Yes. It's all about what you think.
Okay. And what about ambitious?
Well, ambitious is like you need to be yourself and just do what you want to do. And be confident.
And go after what you need to do for you. Okay. And what about noticeably?
Noticeably.
I already know what that means.
Yes. So like, so it's all about like, it's like not like you're noticed, but like you need to be cute, everything.
Okay. And confident. Come on.
Yes, confident. Always confident. With all your outfits on, just look cute and just be yourself.
And who is this about? It's about
us.
There you go.
Appearance is everything. So we're going to have a little fun and we're going to play a little rapid fire. So if you could jump into a pool of anything, what would it be? You first. A pool. If you could jump into a swimming pool, think of a swimming pool. If you could jump into a pool of anything, what would it be?
Let's do, I don't know, like burgers.
Burgers. Okay. A pool of burgers. What would yours be?
Money.
Money. There you go. There you go.
I like that. Mine would be gummy bears.
Gummy bears. A pool of Beyonce's.
Wait a minute. What? Wait a minute, Fly Guy. Fly Guy loves Beyonce, guys.
That's right. If I could have it my way and jump into a pool, we would inflate Beyonce's and make them just millions of Beyonce's and Fly Guy. Just me, only man, jump in. That's it.
Nobody else
and Beyonce. So listen, ladies, I want you guys to tell everyone how they can subscribe to your YouTube channel and where they can find you on social media.
Well, you can go to our YouTube channel called the Heath Dolls. Everything of ours is called the Heath Dolls.
That's right.
And you can subscribe and follow us on Instagram and TikTok.
That's HEATH.
Make sure you follow and subscribe.
Yes. Follow and subscribe to the Heath Dolls, okay? You heard it right here on IntellectualRadio.com. The Real Talk Podcast. We are fortunate, we are blessed, and we are excited to be able to sit down with you guys and just chop it up. You guys are so intelligent, you're so beautiful, you're so smart, and we want you to keep doing what you're doing because you are an inspiration, not only to kids your age, but to adults as well. To see you guys, the way that your mom and dad are raising you and showing you how to love each other and give that same love out to the world, because that's what you're doing. When you're entertaining people, when you're making them smile, making them feel good about themselves and making them happy and teaching them about fashion and different things like that, you guys are bringing light to this world, and I am so thankful for that.
Yes, thank you.
You guys have been great. Thank you for joining us at Real Talk. Continue to be successful.
Yes.
And you guys stick around for a second. We're gonna have some pictures and we're gonna have a little fun afterwards. But we thank you for joining us. I love you guys, and I have enjoyed talking to you guys. You're so empowering. Simbo, sign us off with your motivation for the night.
My motivation for today is this: do you. Don't let anybody tell you who you are, what you can do, and what you can't do. Understand and know that you are the author and finisher of your fate. Whatever it is that you dream to do, whatever it is you set out to do, you have to do it because the world is waiting on you. Be symbolic. Simply your best.
Live out loud and be determined not to give up on you. Talk to God. He'd love to hear from you. I'm your fly guy, and I will talk with you on next week right here at Intellectual Radio. This has been Real Talk. Peace and blessings.
Thank you to everybody tuning in live on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Continue to tune in to IntellectualRadio.com and support. And if you're watching this, we're looking for sponsors. I forgot to say that last time. We're looking for sponsors. So if you want to sponsor, now you can use the SimeonHenderson9@gmail.com. And you can hit us up because we're going to keep doing this for you. See you later. Peace.
Waiting on somebody to get on your level. Waiting on that one that could just switch up the flow. Party every weekend, but still like to smoke at home. Here I am.